Tiffany and Co. has been trying to get men to buy Tiffany and Co. like for themselves. I don't think much success. So Supreme collab, right?
But that seems like such a like the two brand like the identity of Supreme and Tiffany are the worst. Like I will never see Supreme trying to collab with a brand like Tiffany. I might see I'll see Louis Vuitton, but Tiffany and Co.
Why not?
Exactly what I said.
Why, Alex? You're asking why?
Yeah, why not?
Because the brand ethos are not even related.
Related
So
at
how is
all?
Louis Vuitton related to Supreme? And not-
Louis Vuitton serves young men. Louis Vuitton serves hype.
Mm-hmm.
Louis Vuitton had Virgil Abloh as the creative director of menswear. They're in it, you know. And LVMH bought Off-White because they wanted Virgil, before his untimely passing, to head the creative direction for most of their brands. New brands, old brands, turn brands around. I wouldn't even be surprised if Virgil was kind of facilitating these campaigns. He was getting that's another story I won't get into right now, but he was getting the big seat, the boardroom seat.
Having a seat at the table, as I like to say.
Not even just like this guy was going to control the creative direction of LVMH, which means he would control the future of the luxury industry in the world. Period. Doesn't get higher than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for someone like Virgil to come in, especially as a black guy, to come in and control that, you know, like we also got to give credit for guys like Kanye who paved the way for guys like Virgil to come in those type of spaces and not only have a shop, but be able to like be given the keys to the kingdom and actually build something out for infusing that culture and making it like dope to buy luxury again.
And in an authentic way.
Exactly.
They didn't make cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Virgil made some cheap stuff. Okay. But he fixed it in the end. It's okay. He fixed it in the end. But the point is, they studied. Like, they went and they studied under the greats. Didn't Virgil and they went to Paris, I think, or Paris or Italy. Studied under one of the great brands. Learned as much as they could. So they were not by any means amateurs. They were not even just like enthusiasts. They were professionals in the craft of streetwear. And also luxury wear. They also first and foremost customers, right? Yeah, so like they knew what they were doing. The problem is Kanye's a little unstable. But Virgil Abloh, and y'all who are watching this, you might disagree. I don't care. I didn't like Virgil's designs. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't a big fan for most of his career.
I wasn't either. I was just kind of like, would I really rock this? It's very it's different. It looked cool. It's different, but when I wear it, it wasn't really my style. But I respected what he was trying to do. That was the thing. It's just like that looks hype. I can see people buying that, but maybe I just wasn't the customer archetype for what he was trying to like sell to us.
Maybe, but also I feel like it got gimmicky. But I will say this though, towards the end of his career, he stepped it up significantly. He came out with a lot of fire stuff, but most of all, forget that, because there's many great designers that'll never see the light of day. He was, if you say what was his superpower, he had the highest creative output in the game.
Facts.
The only person that can compete on creative output to him was Karl Lagerfeld. And if he didn't pass away so early, he would have probably outpaced Karl Lagerfeld. Karl Lagerfeld, he ran Chanel, and he ran, what else did he run? And he was doing like 3 big brands at one time.
Yeah.
He's the only person to do this. And he was doing it as an old man. And he had been doing it. He was the oldest creative director, like longest running creative director. No one has put out more work than Karl.
But who's that one?
Until Virgil.
Who's that one woman? You know who I'm talking about? Like she's always wearing shades.
Anna Wintour?
Oh, Anna Wintour.
Isn't she up there with Karl?
No. She's the director. She was the director of Vogue. Like she's in Vogue.
She's Vogue.
Yeah, she's Vogue. She's Vogue. And
she's so
actually,
associated with luxury. You think like she's involved with the brands.
No,
like
but
that.
she made or broke them. You know, like a lot of these brands, Vogue. You have to get the kiss the ring. If Vogue said this is happening, this is happening. Michael Kors, Vogue had to okay that. What's the Steve Madden? Vogue had to okay that. You know, like a bunch of these brands, they go through Vogue first.
Gotcha.
Well, they used to.
Yeah,
You know?
Vogue is a stamp of approval. I think I just googled it. Kanye internet Fendi. It was Fendi that both
Yes.
him and Virgil worked
And Karl Lagerfeld, creative director for Fendi.
oh yeah, he was.
Fendi,
Dang.
Chanel, and Karl Lagerfeld.
That's crazy.